Well, I'm going to be taking this to Mom, so say hello there, champ.
It's old Dale. Hi, Dale.
It's old champ. Hello, champ.
Here's my walking stick. You know, I told that beaver.
And there's Lucy.
Over there to make me a stick.
Hi, Dorothy.
And he did.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy. See, each one of them is cut by the beaver. You see the teeth marks on it? Then see the teeth marks on it? He took all the bark off. He had a whole bunch of little babies, and they was all working on that limb. And they ate every bit of it down to what you can see. I haven't varnished it with it.
That's how you got close to those mountains. Huh? I didn't think you crawled up
No,
there.
his nose pretty thick.
The baby's
You mean the duck
Me duck.
and the frog?
And the frog.
Well, the frog swallowed the duck. At least I thought he did, see. So I got my pistola and I goes out to shoot Mr. Frog. And all he did was have the duck in his mouth, but he hadn't swallowed him yet. Just had him in his mouth. So I got my pistol and I blasted him. But the bullet went through the duck's head and also through the frog's head. Killed them both. So I didn't save the duck. There was a friend of mine gave me, I got an incubator that incubates eggs, you know, and any kind. I incubated pheasant eggs, quail eggs, chucker eggs, duck eggs, goose eggs, everything kind of eggs. I had this incubator. So a guy gave me, in fact I horse traded for him. I traded him duck eggs for chucker eggs. So he gave me a dozen chucker eggs. You know what a chucker is? That's a partridge, chucker partridge.
Mm.
They get big up in eastern Oregon and central Oregon. Anyway, I had these.
Boy, they hatched good, too.
They all hatched out. Every one of them hatched. And I put them in this cage and fixed them up, you know, and I had an old conch shell. A great big conch shell. You know what a conch shell is?
Nope.
That was a great big seashell.
Oh, okay.
And there was a light bulb in it. Well, the light bulb, the way it was, reflecting the heat out of this conch shell, kept these little birds, you know.
They didn't crowd each other. They'd get around it.
They'd get around it and keep them getting cold. Anyway, the damn bulb went out during the night, somewhere. I don't know, it was going out. Either that come unplugged or something. I never did know what happened. But anyway, here all the little birds were just
Froze.
conked out. I picked one up and he just cold like ice. And just
He came in and said, all
Just
birds are
stiff.
dead.
cold, stiff. And I told Lucy, I said, my God, I've lost every damn one of those little chuckers. The light went out. Well, in the meantime, I thought, well, what the hell, just leave them go. Nothing I could do now. And the sun was just coming up. And when the sun gets up, it shines right in on this cage. And the sun come up and was shining right in on this cage. And I went out there, a little bit later, I was going to get them and bury them, you know, get rid of them. I went out there and hell, they was all up running around chirping. Having a good old time.
They didn't kill one of them.
Didn't.
Didn't kill one.
Never lost a one.
I've been sitting here waiting for him to say something about the goat.
Yeah.
Now, you know, that's nature for a wild animal or a wild bird to survive. Now, if they was over in Central Oregon where the old mother would go off and leave the nest too long, those little devils they just get into a state and they stay alive. I didn't know that. That was a surprise to me.
Aren't you glad you didn't bury him?
Yeah, but you know, I picked the darn little old bird up, and hell, it just take hold of me just like ice, just like taking hold of a block of ice. Those little old birds, they just,
Oh, we raised those things for a long time, and you finally gave them away.
yeah. I gave them, seemed like I did a little bit more trading. I don't
trading,
remember now.
Now, what about the goat?
Oh my God.
Yeah, tell us about the goat.
I was waiting for the goat to come into that story.
Well, Lucy and Mary Lee's brother, Ray. You knew Ray.
Mhm.
He loved any four-legged thing, whether it was a dog or a goat or a cow or a calf or whatever.
Yeah, he did.
He was crazy about animals like that. And he'd go to an auction sale. One time he went to an auction sale, and here he come back with a jackass,
That's right.
with a burro.
For the kids.
And he had this goddamn burro, you know, riding it all over, held half acre. And he rode, here's the funny part about the burro too. He goes across from our place up across the Columbia Street to the grocery store to get a 6-pack of beer. And he was plastered to the gill to start with. So he was trying to get on this jackass with his 6-pack.
You couldn't make the damn thing go away from home, but
He
heading
couldn't.
home,
He
he'd
finally,
be in a
he
hurry.
finally, after he got on it with the 6-pack and turned him towards home, then the damn thing wanted to do nothing but come home. But anyway, now we'll get back to the goat. Ray lived right over there in this trailer, this park here, and he had a boat, and he had the boat pulled up to the bank. You know how you'll do. You'll pull the boat up till the front of the boat hits the bank, and then the weight of the boat just kind of keeps it there. Well, he had this goat, this little old goat, and
Well, we didn't know about this thing, but we was having big old picnic lunch around here, and a bunch of people.
well, there's a whole bunch of
and
people
all
here.
of a sudden,
We
looked
heard
out.
this damn goat, bear, 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 you know. And everybody looked out there, you know, and here this damn goat was right out in the lake, in the boat,
By itself.
yelling at bad, you know.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was so
What he had done was jumped over in the boat. Well, naturally, the weight of
Knocked
it
it loose.
had just pushed it off, and here he was, just floating around out there.
Did you hear that, Dave?
No.
Oh, and,
That was funny.
and Ray had to go out. We had another old boat out there, had a bunch of water in it. He got in that boat and we thought sinking in there. And he got out there and he pushed that boat up to the bank. That goat wouldn't get off that boat until he pulled it up on the bank off the water.
The goat wouldn't get out. He wouldn't jump out. Had to get it clear up on the bank to where it'd be stationary before he jumped out. Oh,
But you
well.
know, you was talking about Santa falling in. You and I went together the day before on that one.
Yeah, we did. Both of us
Both of
hanging
us
on
went
to it.
around and it didn't break.
So maybe that's what
You
happened.
girls
didn't it?
just turned loose at the right time because both of you must have waited.
Well,
Terrific amount.
Santa was the one that broke it.
Make sure that.
Can't leave Binky out of these pictures.
No.
No.
We had them all
They didn't
wrapped
this
up
year, they
in
was taking a
snow.
chance. And they said the snow got pretty deep.
And there's her
They
husband.
must have went in from Ducky Lake Trail, which is the high